Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, or welcome. We are live. I've got filters I can play with. What on earth is this? What are these filters? Ooh! Bubbles! Glamour. Ooh, silver screen. Oh, that's cool. Sketch! Yeah, I just found the filters. I'm a nerd. Let's share this. There we go. So if you're watching the recording after the fact of this, I'm just having a crafternoon. This is what I do with my Sundays. I sit somewhere nice, today somewhere cool, and I play in my journal. So earlier I was doing these with my patrons, and now I'm going to play with some paper and glue because that's what I enjoy doing. Clear up some of these papers. Hi Risha. Put these pencils back. Got some more coffee with ice in it because it's really hot. Music today is courtesy of Relax My Dog. You can find them on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook, and they give out free music for keeping your dogs happy and calm. So I thought I would use that today because I'm trying to keep my dogs cool. So with my patrons earlier I was doing these are Blobomals, courtesy of Carla Sondheim from this book, and they're just done with watercolour. You blob down some watercolour, let it dry and draw what you see basically. It's based on pareidolia, and now I'm just playing in my journal. I'm going to have to move it around a little bit. There we go. That's better. If I don't know what I want to do in my journal, I just cut and paste, or I stick, or I draw, doodle, whatever. I just pick up a pen and start doodling or writing or something. And I don't know what I want to do now, so I'm just going to set up some pages with some bits. My thing right now is to take a block of paper and put it on a page and use it as a kind of like a background. I saw Mini Smalls, is it? Doing it with post-it notes. And I thought, ooh, I like that. I've done it before, but it's been a long time since I've done it. You kind of forget about stuff that you used to really enjoy after a while, so it's nice to be reminded of stuff that you think, oh yeah, I used to do that. Do it a bit again. Most people who do it very graphic. I'm a bit less fussy about it. I'll put it there. Yeah, that'll do. Ooh, now do I like the green or do I like the blue? I like the green, you know. I'm going through a green phase at the moment. For those of you watching, don't be shy, say hello. It's a Crafternoon because it's too hot to do anything else. I think everybody's having a heat wave today except possibly Australia. And even theirs, it was quite hot the other day, so. Grab your journals or your sketchbooks or whatever and have a play. Colouring book. Anything really. Didn't cut that one straight, I'll have to move it up a bit. There we go. Oh, it's Father's Day, isn't it? I better ring my dad later. Pop a gnome. Alright, crafty question. You've seen how I get started. I just either grab a pen or start cutting and pasting if I don't really know what I want to do, until something hits me and I go, oh, I like to do that. So how do you get started? What do you do while you're waiting for the muse to arrive or an idea to pop up, or until you figure out what it is you want to do, which is where I am. I always have ideas, I've got plenty of ideas for sketches, I just don't fancy doing any of them right now. My hands are stained green. This is because my hair keeps molting. No. Staining things. Shall I put on this one? Oh, I've got a drawer full of... Ooh, that's pretty. A bunny. Got some tags. Bit of stripy paper. What else have I got? Stamp. Victorian lady. Bit of Filofax paper. This is my offcuts drawer. I'm just having a rummage around, see what I can find. Kind of a frame thing. Another frame thing. Stickers, can't go wrong with stickers. frame thing. That's what that is. Ah, they're cute. Oh, that goes with that paper. That'll do. You can see this is very well planned. I really plan ahead, decide exactly what I'm going to do. No, I don't. Right, what have I got? Let me go back through my June section. Now my journal, I don't work, what do they call it? Consecutively? What's the word? Chronologically. I don't work chronologically. I have lots of pages on the go at the same time. So you'll see I've got some finished pages and then I've got like a page I haven't even started yet. What I want to do with this is to use it as a colour matching exercise. That's why I've left this. So when I fancy painting, I'll do that as a colour matching exercise and reproduce that on there. I've got this, that probably needs a few more bits on it, but I don't know what I want to do with it right now. Bits of collage. Some quotes and things. So I've got a scrap bit of paper there that's going there that I've got some writing on. And that's work in progress. That's a work in progress. I want to paint on that one. That's finished. That's finished. Is it finished? Yeah, I think I want to paint the background. I want to make her pop. I want to do like a maybe navy blue gouache or something behind her to make her really pop out of the page. I'm very into monochrome sketches with dark backgrounds at the moment. I think we can call that one finished. I don't like her, she's ugly. Her eyes went weird. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to do on any of those. So I think we can safely just start sticking stuff on new pages. I don't know what these are, but they're cute. I think they look like they're from The Wind in the Willows. Doesn't that look like Badger and Mole from The Wind in the Willows? Although there's a human there and I didn't think there were any humans. Yeah, I've got Captain Cook on the back. Can I really be bothered to... No, I can't be bothered to cut edges off. If I don't like them later, I will just paint around them or put some what do you call it? Oil pastel or colour pencil or whatever around the edges or something. Ah, there's all my chat. Okay, all my chat suddenly came up. Hello everybody. I haven't been ignoring you, it's just like all my chat appeared all at the same time. You scribble with a crayon, watercolour or not, just to get started. That's a good idea, just putting down colour. You never know how to get started. Well, keep following and maybe you'll have some ideas. You'll think, oh, that's kind of a, let's put that at a jaunty angle. Maybe you'll see something that you'll think, oh, yeah, I could do that. Just doodle or something, or that's something that I do a lot, is I just doodle. Or I do lettering. Lettering is always a good one because I always have a page somewhere that needs a title or needs a quote, which is how I end up with these big block quotes like that. Because I stick down a bit of paper and then I don't know what to do with the page, so I start doing a quote around the outside. just in black pen, nothing fancy. Sent you a message on IG, wasn't sure where to send it. Oh, okay. Yes, see, I had put 2 and 2 together. I did figure out. Yes. Yeah. No, I did figure it out, and I recognised your... It wasn't Twitter. I recognised your... Oh, that music's putting me off a minute. Hang on. Oh, that's intrusive. Next. Move on. Oh, that's better. Oh, that was a weird noise. It's because it's dog music. It's from Relax My Dog. You'll find them on... Oh, Spotify as well, I've just remembered. You'll find them on... What a name! Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Actually, they're everywhere. YouTube. They've got a YouTube channel. They're on Spotify. They do free music for dogs and cats and bunnies. Basically, it's got like high-level stuff in it that only dogs can hear. But if you have a hearing aid, some of them, like that previous one, it will reverberate. And you pick up the high frequency stuff, so you might not want to listen to some of those because it is for dogs. I put it on when I'm going out so the dogs are nice and calm. I kind of like that big patch of green. I don't like the tag bit. I hate tags. Who's with me? It's just the most pointless thing, just chop off the corners and put a hole in it. I mean, what? Why? Unless you're going to put it on a gift tag, there's no point in tags. Echo. Yeah, I was talking to you, wasn't I? Yeah. No, I saw your name on Instagram, and then I saw your avatar, your profile picture, a Bitmoji, and I put 2 and 2 together and went, that's the same person. And then you said something in class the other day, and I put 2 and 2 together, and I realised who you actually are. I'm not going to say your name, because I know some people who don't use their real names. Like I'm Rhomany everywhere, but that's not my real name. That's just what I'm known as. But yeah, I know who you are. I figured it out. I just couldn't remember earlier when I was trying to say. That's textured on that side. I don't like that. Oh, is that basil? Ooh, basil cardstock. That takes me back to my scrapbooking days. Heather, I saw you post something, but I don't know what you said. Because the chat disappears really fast on here, and if I don't quite catch it, or I'm thinking about something else at the time, it doesn't compute. Ooh, that I like. Not a fan of tags either. Yeah, tags. Tags are evil. They're just pointless. Nobody used to do tags or anything like that until Tim Holtz decided, oh, let's turn everything into a tag. And then he went tag crazy. And everything was tags. You want to use alcohol ink? Oh, make a tag. And then you end up with all these damn tags and you're like, well, what am I going to do with them? There's only so many presents I can send out in a year. I know you're supposed to use them in your scrapbooking and journals and whatever, but I'd much rather just stick a big piece of paper down and draw on it. Tags in pockets? Nope. We don't do pockets. Well, occasionally I do pockets. But if I do pocket... Oh, I've put it on the wrong side now. I put the glue on the... I wanted to use the smooth side and I've put the glue on the wrong side. Never mind. I'll put it there and then I'll use it as a title. I might stick some photos on there. It looks a bit like a scrapbook layout. This is what I normally do when I can't be bothered to cut things out. There's no plan to this. I'm not really thinking about it. Well, I kind of am thinking about it. I'm thinking kind of like I got to that point and went, oh yeah, that would be good with photos or something. Pockets for hidden journaling. Yes, that's what I was going to say. I occasionally use pockets for hidden journaling, or like if I'm doing a spell or something, sometimes I'll put it in a pocket, but even then, I'd rather use an envelope. I'd rather put an envelope and stick it down to the page, like, if you think of an envelope as, like if that's your envelope, right, and that's the back of your envelope, and then I stick it down that way. So you literally have to lift it up and open it that way. And then if I don't want it just flapping open in the wind, I'll stick a bit of washi tape on it just to hold it down, because washi tape comes off. Whoops. Banging the camera. Sorry about that. Oh, my phone's getting hot. I'm sure it's not supposed to get that hot. Yeah. I'd rather use an envelope than a pocket. I'm not a pocket kind of person. Oh, I like that up there. Do I ever use books? Oh, you mean like altering books? Yeah. Not for my everyday journal. I tend to use that as an art journal. I'm on the search for one. The problem is I like soft cover books that are stitch bound and matte pages, and they're quite difficult to find. What way around do I want to put that? Yeah, I'll put it that way. Yeah, I'll put it that way. I like the edging on that side. And I can put a title at the bottom instead of the top. That'll be interesting. See, I'm not planning, I'm just kind of having ideas ahead. This is why I don't run out of inspiration. Everybody's always saying, where do you get your inspiration? And I'm like, I just do stuff and things happen. Where do I get my inspiration? Shit happens. That's where I get my inspiration. It's like, I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking what I really want to do with this is grab this red pen, because my brain is thinking, hang on, I picked a thin red pen up off the floor earlier, and oh, I've got a journal, and oh, there's some red lines, and my brain put 1 and 2 together and came up with 7 and a bit, and now I'm thinking, oh, I know what I could do with this. I could draw the red lines down the page like that. Oof, I can't see. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. Romany's getting old. It'll help if I take the sunscreen off. There we go, that's better. Yes, I do use altered books if I can find the right kind of book. If I can't find the right kind of book, what I do is I find a book with the right kind of paper, and then I stick the pages into my blank journal. And I will do a page in a blank journal that is like an altered page. There you go, that's cool. I like that. Sorry, is there dissident music in the background? Yes, it's Relax My Dog. I've put it on for the dogs primarily. I like noise in the background, but it's primarily for the dogs, to keep them cool and calm, because it's roasting here. And Maddie especially just can't settle. I think she's gone to sleep now. but she couldn't settle earlier, she was so hot. It's free music. If you look up Relax My Dog on pretty much any social media, including Spotify or YouTube, you'll find them, and it's all different music. But if this one's bothering you, it's not a problem, I can... There you go. Move it to a different one. What? Do I want to put anything else on that page? I kind of wish I'd put something under there. No, I've just moved it onto the next one, it's fine. The thing is, it's ambient music, so if you start to notice it, then it's the wrong kind of ambient music. You're not supposed to notice it. It's supposed to be like when you go into a... Ooh, I could put some incense on. And that was when my brain leapfrogged. It's like when you go into New Age stores and they've got this kind of music playing and they've got some incense going and it's all very relaxing and pretty and nice. And I just thought, yes, I can put some incense on. Let's grab my flicky thing. This is what I do with my Sundays. I don't work Sundays. Sundays are sacrosanct to me. I don't go out anywhere if I can help it. I don't phone anybody if I can help it, although today I will because it's Father's Day, isn't it? So I'll ring my dad later, but jasmine incense. This is nice. It's the Stamford one. So it's actually quite strong. Yeah, Sundays are for chilling out. I work 15 hours a day the rest of the week. I don't need to do anything on Sundays. Oh, doing that underneath the camera. Hi, Vanessa. Oh, you couldn't work out if you were hearing it or your ears were ringing. Yeah, it is a bit like that. But yes, music courtesy of Relax My Dog. You'll find them all over the place. And it's very calming music. For dogs and cats and bunnies. I think they've even got one for birds, actually. It's like ambient sounds that are supposed to calm them, and it does work. I put it on for Maddie when I go out. How do you slow down live chat? You don't. I wish you could. If you scroll up, you can get it to... You can scroll up and read it when it comes up, but you can't get it to stay longer on the screen or anything. That's how I miss stuff, because unless I'm actually looking at the screen, I don't see it. Which is why Tracy's here somewhere, and she buzzes me on Messenger when I miss something, or if somebody posts something a few times and I miss it each time, because it does happen. This is quite nice, actually. I might do this more often. Jasmine incense, that's nice. And I've got my... Now I can probably show you, but if you get vertigo or seasickness or anything, you might want to close your eyes for a second because I'm about to move the camera. Okay. That's what I'm looking at. I've got my... This is my witchy shambles. I've got to put some more bits on it, but I've had a box of books in front of the window for absolutely ages, and I needed to get rid of that before I could fix it up. So, got my Buddha, some roses, my elephant, some crystals, my jimmied up camera thing. Yeah, this is my shambles. It's hung up, I don't know if you can see, but it's hung on a copper rod, a piece of copper piping. This was Papa Gnome's idea. I said I needed something sturdy across the window that I could hang stuff on that wouldn't buckle or break and would be able to cope with lots of heavy stuff. So he put in some, I don't know if you can see this, oops, sorry. There's some really big fish hooks in the wooden window. And then I've got a bit of nylon string, hemp string, because it's really strong, plaited hemp string. And it comes down and it goes in through the copper wire and it goes across and it goes back up the other side. And then to cover that, I just got those dangle things on eBay. I think they were like 99p. They're just crystal hanging things that you make bead curtains out of and stuff. And then the rest of it is all necklaces and crystals and, you know, bits and pieces. That was one that... now, who sent me that one? I don't think it was Lee. Lee sent me my other one, which is over the other side of the room on my desk. I can't remember who sent me that one. Pam sent me some of these. A friend of mine sent me some... These are curtain tassels. And she sent me those with some curtain tie-backs. And I liked the tassels, but I didn't like the tie-backs, so I used the tassels. Some of them are just old necklaces with a charm on the end. I've got a little broomstick there that someone sent me. I've got a luck thing. That is actually a sun catcher. But again, they're all it's all stuff that people have sent me. Now, okay, I'm going to move the camera again, so let's put it back where it was. So yeah, it's nice to sit here in the sun, and all the top of that window opens. So my whole window, you've seen the window in the back of my videos, it goes almost down to the floor outside. And the whole of the top of it opens up. So I just sorry, I got distracted. I went, ooh, red. I just open the window and all the sparklies happen. And it's really pretty at night too, because there's out on the fence, we've got lighting. Me and my neighbour both got some of those outdoor solar lights, and we hung them on the fence outside. So it all lights up. So you can see that. Is it my altar? No, I don't really have an altar. I'm not a religious person. I'm a witch, but I'm not religious. I'm not a Wiccan. I do have kind of an altar. Oof, I'm going to have to move that. It's blown right into my face. I have kind of an altar over the other side of the room, but it's really only something that I decorate it for Christmas and New Year and Midsummer and all that kind of stuff. But just because I've got so much stuff that I can put things out and it looks pretty, it's not really for anything. A crafty space, yeah. I've moved, in the backgrounds of my videos, I've moved the huge pile of books that was on this table. There was a big box of books and there was books piled around it because I moved my bookcase and I never got round to moving the books. And I never used to use this desk because it's glass. It's a computer desk and it's glass with a pull-out thing underneath, which is handy if I'm painting because I stick my easel on it. I'm pointing you to it and you can't even see it. But because it's a computer desk, it had a shelf underneath. And it wasn't like a half shelf that only came to here, it was a full width shelf. And it used to cut right into my ankles. And if I put my feet up on the shelf, I was always a bit worried that the glass would break. Because, you know, I'm a bit of an elephant when it comes to delicate stuff. I have a tendency to be a bit of a klutz. And also Maddie used to get in there and sit on it, which, you know, she's heavy. and I basically shoved loads of stuff in it, and then I couldn't get my legs underneath it, and I like to be able to move my legs around. I have to be able to move my legs around. My knees crack, they get stiff, I get like bad circulation if I can't move my legs around. And I discovered this morning that actually the whole glass shelf came off. It was screwed in, so on either side and at the back it had screws and lips that were holding the glass in. So I've taken it out and now I can get my legs under the desk. So I thought, right, that's it, before I start. This was yesterday, I was doing something yesterday like this. And I thought, right, before I start, I'm quickly going to move those books out of the way. They're still just piled up over there, you know, they're only on top of my great-grandmother's chest where I've got all my journals. So I'm going to have to move them again, because I need to be able to get into my journal chest. But, yeah. I like that. But it's nice to be able to sit here and get some daylight. When I'm filming, I don't need daylight, you see, because I've got my studio lights on. But when I'm just crafting, or I'm doing something like this, or I'm not filming, and especially if I'm painting, I like to get some damn daylight going, because you can see colours better. And it's really dark over the other side of the room, because this is the only window, and it's recessed. So I have to have my studio lights on when I'm on over there. And it's like 29 degrees today. Who wants to be sat under studio lights in this weather? Nobody. That's who. So yeah. Randomly deciding I was going to do a Crafternoon was quite a good idea, because I ended up thinking, hang on a minute, I could move that and get that done. And I've been meaning to do it for months and months and months and months and months, and then a bit longer. And then after all that, it took me about 20 minutes. It actually took me longer to unscrew the desk because I couldn't get to it, and it was really hot this morning. I was getting really... There was a lot of swearing going on because I was getting very, very frustrated with it. She's pretty. I'll chuck her in there. And the only reason all that got done was because A, I couldn't be bothered to clear up my desk, which has got a whole load of projects on it that I'm halfway through filming, and it's hot, so I wanted to sit by the window. But now I've got a nice little journaling desk set up. Okay, that's too small to do that. I'm going to have to cut that bit off. So quite a productive morning all in all. Incidentally, I'm sticking all this down with Pritt Stick because I very rarely paint in this journal. If I want to do something where I want to paint, I will... Because if you want to put wet media over it, you can't use a glue stick. It is a really nice relaxing space, and it's great because the crystals hanging up in the window are not a fire hazard, because I only get the sun in this window at 6 o'clock in the morning, which is perfect for me because I don't like the sun. Well, I like the sun as long as it's nowhere near me. But I don't like sitting in direct sunlight. That's what my garden table's for, if I want to do that. And I don't do that either. I've got a big parasol. Yeah, I'm using glue stick because I know most of the time in my journals I don't use wet media. If I do, it'll just be a little bit around the outside or a little bit of illustration type stuff. I don't do wet backgrounds and acrylic paint and stuff, but if I do want to do acrylic paint, I will specifically pick a page and put the paper down with wet matte medium rather than Pritt stick, because glue stick, if you get this wet, it'll just start curling up and rippling and all sorts of crazy things. I could put it all down with matte medium in the first place, but frankly I'm too lazy. That page isn't going to sit flat, so I'm going to skip that one. I can come back to it later. It's not essential to do something with absolutely every single page or anything like that. So what other ideas have we got to get started on a page? I've already had drawing with a crayon or scribbling, doodling with a pen, randomly sticking bits of paper on, randomly sticking bits of washi tape on. I do that mostly. Writing a quote or doodling a quote on. Doodle with a pencil, yep. I can't remember if I finished my train of thought earlier with inspiration, but it's a question I get asked a lot. A lot. Where do you get your ideas from? Where do you get your inspiration from? I don't. As I say, oh, art journal with colour pencils, yeah. Just grab some colour pencils and start colouring things in. Shit just happens. That's where I get my inspiration from. I don't know what I want to do right now. I kind of wanted to sketch, but I didn't really know what I wanted to sketch. I've got lots of ideas for sketching. It's not like, oh, I've got art block or anything like that. I don't believe in art block. You shouldn't ever have art block, because if you're writing down your ideas for things as you go, then anytime you don't have any ideas, you should have a whole list of ideas to play with that you've thought of before and not had time to play with. That needs stripes. That needs some stripes. What have we got? Yeah, just start doing. Eventually something will come to you. Even if you... that's cool, I like that. Like these I was doing earlier, these blobbimal things. I didn't know where to start and I couldn't see what I was doing and I couldn't really see anything. So I'd already done these four, so all I did was I got my black pen out and I started, you know, just enhancing features that I'd already done. Just doing... These were all done in black pencil, the black bits, so I redid the eyes and nose on all of them. And then eventually I thought, oh, I know, this one needs a horn. And now he's got a sparkly unicorn horn, look. It's got glitter pen on it. And then I thought, oh, that one looks like a frog, so I turned him into a frog prince with a crown, and it just went from there. I kind of like this page. I'm liking her. She's pulling me back for some reason. Maybe I need to draw her. there's a bunny. Oh, he's cool. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I don't sit there and think, oh, am I going to put this here? Will that go with that? I just throw things on the page. Because if I come back to this page at a later date, and I think, oh, you know, I liked that pink when I put it down, but I don't like it now, guess what? I can just paint over it, or cover over it. It's my journal, I can do what I want in it. And if I really decide, oh my god, I wish I never ever see that page again, you know what else I can do? I can just do that and staple it together. It's not the end of the world. A journal's there for playtime. And the more you do stuff, the more your creative juices start flowing, and you'll start thinking, oh, you know, I could start doing that with that page, or I could do that with that page. See, my subconscious, from when I stuck these down earlier, I stuck down the two dark greens with the vague idea that I might draw on it. And then I found this bit, and I put this bit down texture side up by accident. I meant to put the smooth side up so I could sketch, and I ended up putting the textured side up, and then it reminded me of a scrapbook page, so I thought, oh, I'll put a photo on it later. And even while I'm talking to you and I'm doing this, my brain is thinking, you know, I've got a photo of Scooby with his green thing on. Like, that would go well on that page, you know. My brain is thinking of things without me thinking of things. It's not a conscious thing that I'm thinking, oh, pink bunny. Look, connection, pink bunny. That'll do. He's cute. Overlap things and then they look like they're supposed to be like that. I kind of like that. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I kind of like the idea of putting that there. Maybe even that one there. You're working in your art planner. Brain's always coming up with thinking stuff. Yeah, your brain comes up with stuff when you aren't thinking about it. And the less I think about it, the more my brain comes up with. If I sit here and think, oh, right, I'm going to draw. What am I going to draw? What am I going to draw? What am I going to draw? I draw a blank. I have no idea what to draw. None. And I would end up sitting there all day going, oh, I want to draw, but I don't know what to draw. Which is what people call art block. And it's not art block, it's overthinking it. Just draw whatever's in front of you. That might not be what you end up drawing, but while you're drawing whatever's in front of you, you might think, oh, you know, I really don't want to be drawing this teacup, I want to be drawing this. The owl and the hot air balloon. Oh yeah, they're very steampunky these, they're woodland things, I think from Paper Chase or Wilco's or somewhere like that. I'm not fussy cutting this, I'm just making some space so that I can overlap this one. Cut out a little bit of that white area. And I've got bits stuck to me. There we go. My hands are filthy, they're getting worse. I don't know where it's coming from. See, now I can overlap this like that. Steampunk tags, and you like the way they came out. Awesome. I hate tags. I may have mentioned this a few times. I really dislike tags. I think they're completely and utterly pointless. But if you like them, good for you. I don't see the point in making a tag because I'd rather have... Hang on, I need to move the camera, 1 second. I don't see the point in making tags because I would rather have a journaling card. Now, journaling cards I can get behind. Those I see a point in. But tags, I just... they're an awkward shape and then I don't know what to do with them. You know what? That's pink. That could go on here somewhere. That's got pink on it. That's got pink on it. Hang on, hang on, hang on. What else have I got here? I've got some more of these somewhere. I've got another sheet of this somewhere. Where is it? Some more cool bits of paper. Apparently I used this for cool bits of paper things. Huh. There we go. I put that, I guess with the, oh, I've broken a nail now. My nails are such a state, I need to go and get a manicure. Like, really need to go and get a manicure. I think I need to put some gel nails on for a while. Okay, so if I put that about there, I can put these I like that mushroom. Where did it go? I kind of like the butterfly as well. And that bird's kind of cute, but he's facing the wrong way. Was there another? Ah, there's another little bird, and he's pink, look. And there's another bunny somewhere. Yeah, little bunny. Whoops. A bunny. And some mushrooms. Whoops. Some of these are not cut out properly, apparently. Yeah, okay. So, I'll stick the butterfly over there somewhere. And put the bunny down here, running through the toadstools. I need a fine thing. Ah, there we go. Nope. And then I'll put these on here. Nope, that's facing the wrong way. That needs to go over there. Maddie! Don't bark at people, please. Maddie. Pictures are happening, look. Need to unify the two pages, so what I'm going to do is use a bit more of this. Is that a bunny? That's a bunny! Okay, and that bird is facing the wrong way, so he could be across there. So if I put a bit of this around here, I can put a bird facing the other way. That repeats the bird motif as well as the bunny motif. Put him like that so he looks like he's sitting on telephone wires now. That butterfly is awkward there, I don't like it. Can I lift it up? If I'm careful I can lift it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, let's put that there so he looks like the bunny's looking at the butterfly. That's better. And got that. Oh, there's a toadstool. Wobbly. I don't like that there, that's out of place. I wonder if I can lift that one up as well. I love stickers that don't stick. That's better. And now I've got a place where I can sketch or doodle or whatever. That's a page. That's pretty much a page done. I can do whatever I want with that. Right, what else have we got? Ooh, this is fabric with writing on. It's a shame it's got that ridiculous live, love, laugh thing. I hate that thing. Are you here now, Tracy? She's been having some issues. I like this, but I don't... I like the texture of it, but I don't like the wording. But, look at that. It's blank on the other side. Live, love, laugh. It's right up there with tags for me. I hate that thing. If I put that just in the middle of the page... Now that might need to be stuck down with gel medium because it's canvas. I might have to stick that down with either gel medium, or I might have to put gel medium and a bit of paper underneath it and then stick this down onto the paper with E600 or something like that. Because the gel medium and then the paper stops the E600 seeping into the page, but the E600 will stick this better. I don't know what else I've got. I've got PVA glue, I've got a tape runner, I've got... Oh! Belay that, belay that! I've got this stuff, which sticks anything to just about anything. Ow! Snorty pig dog, I can hear you. In case you're wondering why I'm doing this with everything, it gets the air bubbles out from underneath. Now, I will not do what I did the last time I used this stuff. I will not forget to take these off before I stick the next layer down. That's the only thing, is finding a part where it's stuck to the fabric sufficiently that you can pick up the backing. There we go. I really did pinch my fingers there. I nearly drew blood. That hurt. Oh, that jasmine incense smells lovely. That's cool. Now I can draw on that with a pen, or I could paint on it. Throw a bit of gesso on it and do some painting. Do like a mini painting. something stuck to me. What am I stuck to? Oh, there we go. Now that's the kind of page that I might do something there and then write on this page. Or, you know, because that would be a focal point, I wouldn't want to put too much on here. So I'm not going to even think about what I would put on that page right now. I like this paper, this is pretty. Those are the same, aren't they? Yeah. Now this is not tall enough for the page, so what I would do with this, rather than trying to make it fit somewhere, I would take off the straight edges. Like that. Now I can fit it up to the edge of the page, and I've just got a section. Sorry, am I missing a lot of... Oh, I like the back of this as well. Am I missing a lot of chat? It pops up and then I don't see what was said. I'm sorry. See, my creative muse came and said, oh, let's play with stuff. Love the paper. They are the same. You could give one to me. Yeah, all right, I'll keep you one, Trace. Love the paper. Hi, Susie. Sunny. Sunny. Hi, Sunny. Oh, my phone is getting really hot. I'm going to have to stop in a minute. Like, the screen is hot. And that usually means it's going to cut out. It is pretty warm. It's like 28 degrees or something at the moment. It's cooled off a bit on this side now because the sun's gone round the side of the house. So I'm just going to finish whatever it is I was going to put on here. I don't know what I'm going to put on this page yet, but bits. Oh, look, there's a little bit of map. That's cute. Oh, I like her. She looks very Parisian. And that's got French writing. Oh, that's the same. That's got French writing on it. Okay. See, now I've got something going. Now I've got something going. I could draw her over here. I've got Paris. I've got a bit of map. That looks very Frenchy. Frenchish. Have I got anything else in a similar vein? Those are uninspiring. Ooh, that's a nice colour. If I drew her on... She'd look better on craft paper. Have I got any craft paper about? Do you know, I've got an entire traveller's notebook full of craft paper and I can't find it anywhere. I bought it specifically so that I could tear pages out to put into my journal whenever I felt like it, and I can't find it. Is it up here? No. That needs craft paper, or I suppose that could do. I could use that if nothing else. It's a bit shiny though. I won't be able to use colour pencil on it. She's cute. I could draw her over there. A little bit of... Oops. Tracy would be drooling over this bit of map, going, oh, damn it, she noticed it had French on it. She loves maps. She likes to collect maps. I see that I could maybe finish off bits of the map, make it continue out onto the page a little bit. I want to make sure I don't lose her, so what I'll do is chop her down a little bit. And just pop her on the page with a bit of... This washi tape doesn't really stick. So what I do is I take a bit, fold it over so you've got a tab to grab hold of. Like you do when you're doing the end of a roll. And I'll stick her on there. And then when I want to... Whoops. See, it doesn't stick properly. When I want to take her off and draw her, I can just pull that off. But in the meantime, she's on the page and I won't lose her. What else have I got? I thought somewhere I thought I saw somewhere to put... Ooh. I don't know why, but I like that with that. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to do it. The minute you start going, oh, but I said I wasn't going to put anything on that page, that's when you come unstuck and you think, oh, no, hang on a minute. Stop, don't second guess yourself. If something appeals to you and you think, oh, I like that with that, just put it down. Stick it on the page. I don't even know why I like these two together. Oops. I don't even know why I like these two together, I just do. Maybe it'll come to me in a minute. Hi, Brenda. I'm going to be stopping in a minute, hun. You've missed... But I've done like 3 hours this morning, so you can pop back and watch the previous ones. And then you'll be able to pause it so you won't miss anything. I know why I like that together. Why do I like that together? Come on, somebody... You know why I like that together? It's kind of beachy looking. You just woke up, yeah. Well, I did this one. I did one last night for the people who were in the time zone behind me, and then I've done this one this morning for people like Courtney was here this morning because it's 8 o'clock in the evening for her or something. So it's like a 12-hour time difference or something, I think. It was just easier for her to be there. So that's what I've ended up with, just from sitting throwing things on a page. I've now got 1, 2, 3. I left a blank page because I didn't like the way this wouldn't open properly, so I'll probably paint on that one. 4, 5, 6, 7 pages that I can just, you know, wander in and do whatever. I got kind of idea with this one, it kind of looks like a scrapbooking layout, so I'll probably put pictures on this one. This one looks like it needs words and maybe some sketches, maybe some more sketches in this style on this page, in this section, and then some words or a bit of the story of Wind in the Willows, something like that. I have no idea about her, I just thought she was pretty. This page wouldn't lie flat, so I skipped it, but I can paint on it or something. This page probably wants words on it. This page I could paint on this, or I could just leave that just as a, you know, there's nothing wrong with just saying, oh, I really like the feel of that, and just sticking it on the page and leaving it there. I actually do really like the feel of that. It's got a nice, it reminds me of something. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of... I can't remember what it reminds me of. It's a nice feeling, I like it. I can't remember. Something about that smooth to textured that is bringing back some kind of some kind of memory somewhere is being triggered by feeling that smooth and rough, smooth and rough, smooth and rough. I know what it is. It's like when you've been on the beach with your bare feet and it's got rid of all the rough skin on your feet and you can feel the texture of the sand, and then you walk on pavement and it feels uber smooth. That's what it reminds me of. Summer holidays, coming off the beach, walking onto the pavement. See, beach theme. There you go. Pummeled feet, yeah. Your feet get pummeled on the sand, don't they? And they, like, everything you touch then is uber smooth. Concrete paving slabs feel uber smooth. That's what it reminds me of. There's nothing wrong with just leaving that there like that. Nothing wrong with it at all. And then every time I open that page, I'll go, ooh, yeah, that reminded me of summer holidays where we used to walk on the sand and then we'd come off and walk on the pavement and it'd be really smooth. That's what journals are for. This is journaling, guys. That is journaling. I don't even need to write it down. It's just... yeah, don't even need to write that memory down. It's there every time I touch that. And I've got this one. I might work on this one this afternoon, I think. I'm drawn to this one. I have a very Parisian kind of ruffled dresses, Moulin Rouge kind of feeling coming off this one. So I think she might need a bit of jazzing up, kind of Moulin Rouge style. So I might start sketching her and then just see where it takes me. So there you go. Inspiration for getting started. From absolutely no idea what I was going to do and saying, right, I'm not going to do a talk class, I'm just crafternooning and I have no idea what I'm going to do. Just start sticking paper down and boom, 7 different ideas for getting started with a page. It doesn't matter what you do with it, you can think about what you're going to do with it afterwards. So, I hope that was fun for everybody. If you've recently joined us, there is 3 hours of this you can go back and watch. I did some this morning where we were doing blobbermores. These are watercolour blobs based on the book by Carla Sondheim called Imaginary Animals. I can't see my book, it must have fallen on the floor. So if you're interested in that, go on Carla Sondheim. She's got a whole section of free tutorials on her website on how to do this stuff. So that was this morning, and then this afternoon, lots of different backgrounds and getting started inspirations for pages that I can now use over the next week or two, or whatever, if I want to. And that is how I get inspired to do stuff. And for those of you who are still here, you like this one? I like this one. It'll be better once I've got her in. I think I need to draw her in kind of sepia tones, matching tones to this, and then bring some of the red across. But yeah, for those of you who are still here, I am doing a proper video tomorrow, but One Book July version 3, here's your spoiler. You can do the regular One Book July if you want to. You can do version 2, which was the project last year. Or this year, the prompt is go big or go home. That's the prompt. How you interpret that is entirely up to you. Planners, journals, paintings, whatever it is you want to do. Go big or go home. You could even combine them, like you could use a really big book for One Book July, or you could change into a really big planner if you've got a big planner that you don't normally use and you've been wanting to try it out but you haven't got there. You can use a really thick book. Challenge yourself to finish as many pages of a really big book as you can. I could challenge myself to finish out this book in July. That's a big project. You could do a big project. If you've got a big summer project, maybe you want to alter your shed or do your garden or something. Use that, plan a big project, and use last year's prompt and this year's prompt combined. Whatever you want to do, however you want to interpret it. July 1st, that's version 3. Go big or go home. I've got a video coming out tomorrow. I think Carrie's is going up sometime round about now. And in her paper planning thing, there will also be a post, an article on One Book July. For those of you who are sitting there going, One Book July, what the hell is that? You'll find out on the 1st of July, but if you look on YouTube and put in One Book July, you'll find hundreds of videos from people who've taken part over the last 4 years. Yeah, I can't believe it's July, nearly July either. You're challenging yourself to finish your craft room. Did you see Vicky's video on Friday? So you've already had to think about it. Yeah. See, that's a good project. Grab a journal and start documenting. And while you're doing your craft room, you know, treat it as a creative project. Get some mood boards going. Get some inspiration going. Pull some bits out of magazines and stuff for colours and swatches and feelings, evoking the mood that you want for your place, and taking before and after pictures. So many people don't take before and after pictures. Draw a plan of it and work out where you're going to put your furniture. Sketch out what you want it to look like, or sketch yourself drawing in your room or something. Yeah, loads and loads and loads of ideas for that. It's such a good idea, that one. So there you go. That is an art inventory. Woof. That could be a big book too. If you've got as much stuff as I have, that could be a really big book. Especially if you do colour swatches, my goodness. So I will be doing a video, in fact, we're all doing a video at the end of July to tell you what we'll be doing. We don't discuss what we're going to do in advance with each other. We come up with the idea, we put it out there, and then we go off and do our own thing. We don't work like as a team or anything. We just promote it as a team to get the word out to as many people as possible for what we're going to do. So, yeah, 2 weeks' time, we'll put some videos up showing you what we're going to do and how we're going to tackle it. But, you know, a project, anything that can be done in one book. Organising, planning, renovating, like Vanessa's doing, renovating her craft room, planning anything, journaling anything. How many of you have got Project Life or something similar and got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photographs that you really need to just get into pockets and write about? That would be an awesome One Book July. Especially for Go Big or Go Home. Chuck it all in an album. Get your photos printed. 1st of July. Bam! It's a really good excuse to buy your Happy Planner, Brenda, yes. You've been hankering after one for a week and you're still talking about it, so you might as well go and get one. That's my rule. If it stays in my Amazon shopping cart for more than a week, then I obviously need it. Right, thanks to everybody for coming, and I'm going to go and play with this. I will put, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Rhomany. Same way it's spelt here. Rhomany, not RhomanysRealm. And actually, I probably should set up a RhomanysRealm one that's just for art stuff. Finished art and projects and stuff like that. I'll have a think about that. Anyway, yes, find me at Rhomany pretty much anywhere, and I will put up photos of these so you can see what I did with them as reminders or whatever. And if you've just joined us, I see the numbers going up again. If you've just joined us, I've done 3 hours of this morning. There's a part 1 and a part 2. You can... well, it's copyrighted, so if they do steal the name, I can take it back because it's my company name. I'm not stupid. You just write to Instagram and say, oi, that's my name, give it back. And they say, oh yeah, prove it. And I go, yep, YouTube. Everywhere. I've got it parked even if I don't use it. So, yeah, there you go. If you missed the first half of the show, go back and watch it. You can watch the beginning of this one as well. Rewatch anything you want. And if you are in my higher tier Patreon group, Jackie came along to the Q&A session last night, and she was going over grand aspects in astrology, and we went through her chart as well. And her chart is on the forum. I think it's in February. But she was going to repost it this month. So if you're interested in redoing grand aspects and generally looking at a basic chart and squares and trines and all that stuff, that's in last night's Q&A. Again, you can watch that, go into the forums, and the link is there. It's a private one for patrons. And if you want more of this stuff, come and join me on Patreon. Patreon.com/RhomanysRealm.